Welcome back to Stocklabs, another market recap. First week of March is in the books, and it's the last month of the first quarter already. Market's been on a tear, although it was kind of like a little bit of a softer week last week. We had the Qs down 1.4%. Dow was also down 0.8. S&P was flat, down 16 basis points. Russell 2000 up 0.5%, so it's okay. Gold, big week, up almost 5%, 4.5%. Bonds also pretty good week, up, TLT up 1.3%. So, I mean, it looks kind of risk-off-ish at the top. And also the indices, the Qs backed off some after kind of being on a relentless run the last several months. I think now 2 of the last 4 weeks are red after going maybe 18 or 19 weeks with only 1 or 2 down weeks. So, we'll see. As far as our leadership stocks, they were also not great for the week. Tesla down around 175-ish. This has kind of been a little bit of a line in the sand. If it, remains weak, then you might be looking at some significantly more downside over there. Apple was also down 5% for the week, around 170. Microsoft down 2%. Amazon down 1.5%. Google down 1%, a little more than 1%. Meta up 0.7%, and Nvidia bounced 6.5%. So Nvidia had one of these days that was kind of wild. I think it dropped about $100 intraday, but it still closed up 6.5% for the week. So, wild times. If you look at industries for our breadth, gold and silver kind of near the top. Like I was saying, a little bit risk-off-ish type stuff. Also, people continuing to bet on Fed pivot and deflation or whatever, the destruction of the dollar or whatever you want to call it. We've also got some other commodities that were up pretty big. So aluminum, copper, other industrial type things, rubber, plastics, EVs, rare up week despite Tesla being pretty down. And there's not a whole lot here. Outside of the gold and silver and some of the other metals, then it's not really a whole lot. On the downside, it's also kind of nothing notable. EV, electric vehicles over here, down 5%. And let me see something. Oh, this is electric utilities, and then we've got electric vehicles are down. So, Cannabis down as always. Stores down. Whatever. Some spec bio stuff, gene editing, drug delivery, those are cooled off, down. And if you look across the top at the headliners, materials up, finance up, industrials up, utilities outperformer, tech down, services down, healthcare, the laggard, down 1.5 for that. So kind of mixed, but, not that inspiring. And the indices kind of reflected that. You kind of just dragged along for the week. If we look at breadth by market cap, we've got 1 to 5 billion stocks up 45 basis points. 5 to 10 billion up 13 basis points. 10 to 50 billion. 10 to 50 billion was up 1%. Oops. 50 to 100 billion was up 1.6%, and TerraCap's 100 billion plus only up 17 basis points. So green across the board. Most things kind of in the 10 to 100 billion cap range. We're up 1-ish %, which, pretty good considering what the indices were red for the week. Russell was only up 0.5%. So, stocks overall did better than the indices, is how I would characterize it. Intelligence for the coming week. Couple things to pick from here. We've got semiconductors bullish, Alibaba bullish, FANG is bullish, FANG again is bullish, and silver is bullish. So it looks like it's going to be another good week for tech. And on the downside, we've got natural gas bearish, biotech bearish, Nvidia bearish, interesting, and Russell is bearish. So maybe a little bit more of a mixed picture than what I initially thought. I mean, when I saw those tech ETFs kind of just light up that they were bullish this week, you kind of figure that the market's going to do well. But then also on the other side, you got the Russell is flagging kind of bearish. Nvidia individually is flagging kind of bearish. So it's hard to say what's going to happen. Could just be choppy more than anything. Oscillators still kind of hanging out in the middle here, middle to upper range. There's not really any sort of trend developing, even though trend in the price of, I guess, especially the NASDAQ has been up. So we'll see. I mean, I don't think you're going to see anything special this week. Probably there will be some jockeying ahead of the March option expiration and all of that stuff. So there could be some, which I think that is on, I don't know if it's this week or next week, but either way, usually the time frame leading up to that, you'll see some bigger ranges open up in the market. So we'll see how it goes. Overall, not much cause for concern. That's about it. So have fun out there, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye.